Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good Tuesday so far. So to those who don't understand what I meant in the caption, destroy a man now. So today I posted on my Facebook and on my Instagram in regards to the book that I was telling you guys about yesterday that is on Amazon, where a lady named Angela Confidential made a book. And in the book, it goes over ways to destroy a man of power. That is the concept of the book. Um, that book got over 200 plus reviews on Amazon, which tells you that she made some money off of those books. There is 248 reviews. So we know that each one of those people had to have read the book, bought the book, and they know all the ways to destroy a man. So my question was, why would they allow a book like that to be published? This woman, we don't know the race. We don't know who she is as far as her real name yet. But this woman makes a book to let women know that you can take your power back by creating false claims against men of power and getting them shut down. If a man made a book on how to destroy a woman, I can guarantee you it would never be published, right? We all know how society is. If the woman is the one that we're talking about, she's going to get all the protection possible. But if it's a man that's being trashed and talked about and lied on, it's okay. Society accepts that because it's a man, right? Her book, the reviews from the book, people said, you know what? There's been some men in my life that have done me wrong, but I would never create a false narrative of a man doing something to me that I know would destroy his character. That's what that book is about. Imagine how many women used her words in that book in their job, and it worked. Imagine how many men in power got taken down from a lie that a woman had made up because that book was so well written, right? No one is holding this woman accountable. I'm actually surprised it's not out there in the media and things like that, and that they haven't found out who really wrote the book. Because a book like that shouldn't be out, shouldn't have been published. It should not be supported. But Amazon is making her sound like she is like she deserves an award, like she's that good. She's a great author. How are you a great author when you're writing a book about how to destroy a man with lies? Now, if a man actually does something to you in the workplace, yes, you have every right to stand up for yourself. But because this man is in a higher position than you and you're not, and you think you're deserving of it, so you're willing to lie your way to the top, that is not okay, ladies. That's not okay. But that book is teaching these ladies how to do it well and win. In that book right now, like I said, it's not available to be purchased, but you can download it, buy it, and read it all day long. I don't even want to read no shit like that. I want to know who wrote it. I want to know who the person is, and I want to talk to them about it. Because a book like that should have never went out. It should have never been put out in the atmosphere at all. And I know if a man wrote a book on how to destroy a woman, it would have never got published with anyone. He would have had that shit by himself. So why are we not giving this woman the energy that she deserves? Finding out who she is and why she wrote this book. Because if Daquan wrote a book like that, we would know his real name, his social, birthday, how many kids he got by dawn. It's fucked up. What's more fucked up is how many lives got destroyed from that fucking book. That's what's more fucked up. A lot of these men who got fired, who got put on the hot seat and lost, who got demoted, would never know that it came from that book. Our jobs even taking a look at something like that. You know what? Betty did say that this guy did this to her verbatim. It's in the book. No one even cares. Because the man is the one being destroyed, not the woman. That's why nobody gives a fuck. So if I didn't, when I made that post today on Facebook and Instagram, a lot of people weren't even aware of the book. And they thought I was lying. They thought I photoshopped that book and made it up until their dumbasses went to Amazon and saw that the book is right fucking there. Oh, Daphne, we're sorry. We know how much you hate women, so we thought you made that up. And it's not even that I hate women. I dislike women like the woman that wrote this book because it's wrong. It's wrong. And there are men right now who have had their lives destroyed because a woman lied. That book is not only teaching them how to lie, It's teaching them how to get away with it, how to get these men demoted, have their reputations ruined. If someone did something wrong to you, take it out on the next man. What kind of book is that? This is sad, guys. I'm disgusted. I really am. And people thought it was fake until they read some of the book and they started to see that the shit is true. She wants these men destroyed. Doesn't matter what color you are. She wants them destroyed. And that book has been published. And she might come out with a part 2. I bet you if I made a book on how to rob a bank, I bet you that won't be published. I bet you if a black man wrote a book on how to cook coke, make that good Molly, bet you that book won't be published. But they publish something like this. Teaching these young girls how to fucking lie their way to the top. If you don't like that your boss is in a high power position and you think you deserve that position over him, read this book. Let me show you how to destroy his life with one lie. That's crazy. All I can say to you men in corporate America, be careful. Be careful, because this book it's been out since 2018. So just think about that. This book has been out since 2018 and it's still up on Amazon with all these reviews. So it ain't like this book just got published today. It's been around for years, 4 years. So imagine how many lives were destroyed in those 4 years. The book is toxic. It's evil. It's disgusting. And they allowed it. And nobody is standing up for men. Nobody in a high power position is talking about that book. Why? Why wouldn't you want to talk about that book? I don't see Gayle King doing an interview with Angela Confidential because she don't give a damn. But if Daquan Confidential did this, y'all will want his head. Y'all will want his head quick. It ain't funny at all. That's real shit. That book was really published and bought by 248 dumbasses. And that's just the ones who bought the paperback. We ain't talking about the amount of dumbasses that downloaded the book and said, you know what? Let me see if I can get this manager position. I know I deserve it. I know I deserve it over that guy. Let me say that he brushed against my boobs. I can get this. This will be easy. Imagine how many women did that in those last 4 years, y'all. It's happening. It's happening. That book is teaching these women how to lie their way to the top by destroying a man in the process. And y'all want us to protect y'all? Y'all want the men to protect you. The same men that you guys are destroying, you now want them to protect you. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because if a woman used that on your son, you'll be mad. If a woman used that on your brother, you'll be mad, right? Right, ladies? You'll be marching in the streets, right? So how can you support someone from writing a bullshit book like that when you got brothers and you got sons and you got uncles and you got a dad? We should never be giving these women a blueprint on how to lie your way to the top. Because once you file a claim against a man like that, they'll never forget whether you told the truth or lied. They will never forget that man was accused of it. He's damaged. His life is ruined. Even if you lied, a woman can say a man tried to have sex with her in the job. And then they can find out that she tried to do that with 5 other guys in her previous job. But yet she would be the victim and he would still be the one that allegedly did that, even though it was proven that he didn't do it. So it's damaging to a man's character when you make a false claim altogether. Let's not forget that. No one cares that he was honest and innocent. All they care about is it was an allegation against him and he's a man. So he did that shit, right? So all I'm saying is a book like that should have been investigated because they're teaching these women to lie. But if you wrote a book on how to rob a bank and get away with it, I guarantee you the FBI will be at your door. So where's the energy for these women that are trying to destroy good men? And we're not talking about men who did something wrong. These are good men. They're just in higher positions than a woman. It's not fair, y'all. Hi, Hollywood. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, celebrity? How you doing today?
I'm good. Talk to me.
That's what's up. First off, congratulations. You can get you about good 4 or 5 reaction videos on YouTube. So congratulations on your newfound fame.
Man, newfound fame. I've been having my videos on YouTube. Shout out to Art of Kicks.
Guys, I've seen him do reviews, but you got some new ones that's doing reviews now. Didi, Rahula, and I can't remember the other two.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, you're talking about other YouTubers sharing my work. I had no idea. Now I got to
Yeah.
go and investigate because clearly they're not tagging me. So
Oh
thank
no,
you for that.
but they are giving you your flowers. They saying we got it from celebrity on IG and everything. They keeping your little what you call that your picture. I don't forgot what they call it. But they keeping your little picture, your eyes and the text receipts and saying they got it from
Okay.
you.
Okay, hold on. So to any YouTubers out there that's sharing my content with my IG on it is not enough. I need you to tag me. Stop because you know what? Nothing against you, Shy Hollywood, but let me make a disclosure because I'll shut these people down. What I want to say is if you did not reach out to me directly and ask me to use my content, then you're not helping me out. Because a lot of y'all are getting paid thousands of dollars off of my hard work. And all I ask you to do is tag me. And when you tag me, I see the tag. Don't just share something with my IG showing because it's showing. I need you to tag me. If you're not tagging me, I will go back and report everything that is mine and your shit will be shut down. Give me my fucking respect. Stop doing that. Art of Kicks is the only one who has a deal with me where he actually tags me and gives me my credit. So to those YouTubers that are doing that and getting paid off of my shit, we're gonna have a problem real soon. So I just wanted to do that disclosure. If you did not reach out to me personally and ask me, then we got a problem. Go ahead, Shy.
I got you. I'll get their message and let them know that you want to be tagged. Remember, I put you on auto kicks in the beginning. But to the story at hand, I have a different perspective about this. Now, it's wrong. Don't get me wrong, but I really think the reason why it got through the publishing is because a lot of these publishing companies, which are owned by whites, they know the discord between black men and black women per se, and I think they let it get published so that way they know sisters will read it and hoping that maybe this will take down some brothers. You understand what I'm saying? Like sisters will read it, implement these tactics in this book, and it would end up taking down good black men with money, etc.
Right? So what's your take on the actual book? Do you think that the woman should be exposed? Do you think
Hell,
that we should know who wrote that damn book?
hell yes, he should be exposed. That book should be thrown in fire. That whole book, the manuscript, everything, all of them should be thrown in fire and burnt. Because I mean, it's teaching people how to fabricate, how to lie. And it's not a novel. I'm guessing it's not a novel, a fantasy novel. It's just basically how to teach you how to bring a man down and make money at the same time. And it's a book about lies. Like, I mean, okay, put it like this. What if somebody wrote a book teaching a 5-year-old how to lie and how to steal candy from the store? That'll be wrong. Same with this. And this is even worse because you jeopardizing people's lives, their livelihood, their family, possibly, all just because you trying to get a few extra dollars or because some man turns you down and didn't want you. You know, it's asinine.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate you on, giving me your 2 cents in the book. And I wanted to say to you guys that when I looked the book up, clearly it's not available for you to buy and actually get shipped to you like the book. You're going to have to download the PDF. But in this book, it says that the woman that wrote it clearly has a PhD. She is a consultant and a human resource professional. So that tells me that this woman worked in human resources and probably made it her job that if any woman came to her office and filed a claim, she made sure that it went through and that man was fired. So to know that this woman worked in HR, it makes me think, how long did she work in HR and how many men did she personally destroy? Because in order for you to write a book of that much evil, you had to have done it. Like Superhead. She was one of the biggest hoes, right? Not only was she fucking married men and single men and all the men in the world, she knew if she made a book about it and said, I'm gonna tell y'all all the men I fucked, she knew that book would sell because people are gonna want to know who fucked with this hoe, right? So this woman knew the blueprint of how to destroy a man because she clearly did it in her line of business as an HR. You know, when you go to HR, that's like the all of all. You either gonna get fired, written up, something gonna happen, right? So to know that she was a professional in that kind of industry makes me question what type of jobs did she hold, where was it at, and were there any incidents under her watch. So when I find out who this woman is, I am gonna do my research. And I know I'll be able to find her. It might take a little bit, but I will find who this woman is. Because you can't make a bullshit book like this and then hide your hand. That's not helping nothing. It also says that she worked with different businesses. Okay. Those businesses that you worked with, are you telling them how to destroy men? Because it didn't say how to destroy people, it said men. So what businesses actually asked this woman for help? That's what I want to know. So yeah. Sorry, Hollywood, did you have anything else to say?
I just think she should lose all licenses that she has for this propaganda that she's spewing out. You know, I mean, PhD, all that. She should lose that. She, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, she should be at McDonald's asking, "Do you want fries with that?"
No. She should be asking what part of the floor should I be mopping. That's what should be worth in my book. And we will find. Y'all know I always find out who's behind stuff. Give me a few days. I'm definitely gonna find who this is. And wouldn't that be crazy if it was a guy? That'd be crazy because I know some people were saying that it could be a guy, but from what a lot of these reviewers who actually read her book and give you like a rating, they said this came from a young woman that wrote this book. So we can already throw that out that it's a guy. Now, this woman could have had guys help her write it. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's about destroying a man. So I'm always positive she didn't ask a man to help her write the blueprint on how to destroy him. That would make no sense. Did she make money off this book? Hell yeah. It's not even that many pages. I heard it was like 70 pages. People like to read books that are not that long because you lose your focus. You lose wanting to know more about the book when it's too much, when you got 50 chapters, right? So she knew what she was doing. It was a moneymaker, and now you can't even buy the paperback, right? So again, many people know about this book. They just didn't want to speak about it. My problem is how many men were destroyed on Angela's watch. I know that's not her real name. It's an alias, but I will find out who this person is. Anybody can be found. I was a private investigator. I found people that didn't think they could be found. So again, I will figure this out. This will be one of my greatest achievements, finding out who this woman is and exposing her. Because what if she's a woman with like 5 kids and a husband? Then we know she did it for clout. She did it for the money. Because most people that hide their hand like this is usually someone that doesn't really believe in the shit they're writing. Come on, y'all. Just like when y'all said, oh, Kevin Samuels, he started off really nice. And, oh, guys, you know, you got to do better, guys. Do better. He knew that wasn't making any money. Then he went to Women, You're a Two. And then he soared, right? So sometimes people know if they write bullshit, it's going to get the attention they want, but they don't want to be the person behind it. Just like these fake YouTubers out here talking about men all day on YouTube. Art of Kicks made many videos of women saying black men are apes. They age like bananas, right? And all those women are using fake pictures because they don't really believe that shit. But they know saying that will get the bitter betties to follow, like, and subscribe. It's a business. That's why it's taking me longer to get to their status because I'm not spewing out that bullshit that they are. Pages like mine will take a while to develop. But these women that are creating these fake pages saying they hate men, those will get 100,000 subs overnight. So I'm not going to jump on that train. I'll go the turtle route before I go the rabbit route. I'm not going to do that. So thank you, Shy Hollywood. Who's next on my list? Mylon, talk to me. Just relax, man. We'll be home in a couple of hours. I'm starving. Mylon, you there? Did you pay the bill?
Yeah, I paid the bill this time.
Okay, you scared me, sir. Sorry. I thought you had Boost Mobile. Go ahead.
Well, I got probably T-Mobile or Metro PCS over here. Who knows? No, but I really want to give you props. I mean, because like you've helped me out. Like I've been on YouTube, you know, starting my own thing, and I've been on other people's platforms. Oh my God, and they have been dragging me. Oh my God, I've been dragged all across. But like, I'm not really mad at that. You know, like I choose to put myself on camera, and I choose to expose my story of me going up through this apprenticeship and me working myself to success and greatness. And I'm happy to expose what I've done in the past. I mean, like I haven't done anything in the past. I just wasn't a high figure guy. And I'm just an average guy, that stays in an apartment down here in Houston. So but like you really encouraged me to, start something new and to document my journey. And I appreciate everything that you've done.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. And if anybody is laughing at you for starting your channel and developing yourself, let them laugh.
Yeah.
Because your haters are your greatest motivators, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna be all right. Like I said, people are gonna laugh at you. They laugh at me too. They laugh at me because these other pages who spew hate, like Dr. Confidential over here, pages like that are always going to thrive because there's women that wake up, there's men that wake up and
Yeah.
love negativity. They love drama. They love being miserable. So if I was to create a page right now and it was called the I Hate Black Men page, I'll probably have 1 million followers
Oh
in less than
man,
an hour.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
love that type of stuff. But when you talk about positivity, people don't want to hear that shit. They don't, because they live in negativity every day. So a book like this, to these women, they love a book like this because this is what they live. But one thing about women like Angela Confidential, they never show their face for a reason. Because
Yeah.
we know they're big like Harambe. We know
Mhm.
that they probably have a
Oh.
whole bunch of bastard kids. Most of the women that talk about hating men, you're not going to see none of them looking like a Kelly Rowland or looking like a high class woman that respects herself. They usually look like Precious. And I'm not talking about Gabby in a bad way, but
No,
they
I
look
got
like
you.
a person that you wouldn't date. So again, these women and men who spew hate all day, they typically will never show their face or tell you what they look like for a reason. So those kind of pages, like those YouTube pages out there that are supporting this book, they support it because they're hiders. They like to hide. They won't show their face for a reason. And if I wasn't on strikes and bans, I would hurt a lot of their feelings. Because when you
So
talk about people and you have so much to say, but you hide your hand, there's a reason why you're hiding your hand. See what I'm saying? So a book like this, to me, I will find out who wrote this book. I'm going to make that my greatest mission. I
so
found people who couldn't be found, and I found them. So again, it's not hard to figure it out. It's just sad that people are not giving this book the attention it needs. Because a lot of men, I'm positive, have been destroyed over that fucking book. I don't even want to read it. But when I went to the review, some people said pure disgust. Pure
so
disgust. And these are coming from women. Women said, hey, there have been men who have hurt my feelings in my life. Called me a bitch, called me ugly, said I was fat. But I would never do the things she's telling us to do in that book. So clearly there's some things in that book that are just off the Richter. Why wouldn't that be brought to light? Why?
so
Because a woman wrote it? So that makes it all right, because a woman wrote it. But if Milan Confidential wrote a book on how to destroy a woman,
man,
oh,
cancel.
yeah, they'd be doing more than
Hashtag
laughing. They'd be in
canceled.
jail. Cell block D. That's where you'll be at. So we already know the truth. We need justice. I see you're on the panel. Talk to me, Queen. We need justice. Can you
Hi,
hear me?
hi, hi, hi,
I'm about
hi.
to say, I'm
Can you
about
hear
to
me?
skip you. Yep, I can hear you.
Oh my God. Hi, Mylan. How are you, everybody? So shout out first off to Gabby City Bay. She is married now. That's that's a beautiful I've seen her photo shoot and stuff. But my biggest thing is that please don't get this canceled before I can get my hands on this. I saw you post it, and I collect things like this for evidence in support of my advocacy. Okay, for men. So please, 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 please let me get my hand on it. Okay. And also I did tag you on TikTok with that image of the book.
You sure did. I want to say thank you for that. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing the book. And I know you're going to get to the bottom of it. Read all the
yeah,
pages, and I need you to report
yeah,
back.
yeah. I need, yeah. And so I'm not looking to interview that person, but also in your investigation, cast the net pretty broad, because I will tell you this. I had a phone call that I was talking to someone over the phone, and they identified themselves by a female name, and they sounded female. When I met them in person, they were a trans man, identifying as a woman. So I'm just thinking outside of the spectrum of who this person may be. Could be a man with a pseudonym of a woman, could be, whatever. But you know, just keep that in mind. And the other thing is that I just watched a clip of a pastor recently standing up to confess before his congregation that he had been married for 45 years, and 20 years into his marriage, he said, I committed adultery. And he asked his congregation for forgiveness, and they were willing to forgive him. No tears, no anything. And then all of a sudden, up pops the woman that he committed adultery with. And she came to the front and confronted the pastor and said, tell the whole truth. This woman was 16 years old. He raped her on the floor of his office at the church. And she is now married. And the tone of the people in the church changed when she said, I was 16, I was a virgin, and you took my virginity and you did things to me, blah, 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 and tell the truth. And then her husband came up. He said, this is jewelry that he gave her. And then he says, my wife was wearing a purity ring, a vow of celibacy until she got married on her finger when he was raping her. And the church just gasped, like the air just sucked out of the room. And she came down and everybody in the church began to embrace her. Okay. And tell the pastor, if you did this, you need to admit it. And do you know what he said? No tears, no remorse, no nothing. He says, I did it. What can I say? I did it. He didn't say, I apologize, please forgive me, or anything. I did it. What more, what more do you want me to say? And that's the kind of predator that exists for men and women. Iceberg Slim, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him or not, but he was like a pimp for forever, seems like. And I found his book because Dave Chappelle talked about him in one of his shows. And he said that Iceberg Slim destroyed one of his top producing women, right? Because she wanted to leave. He had worn her out and she wanted to leave with the remaining of her life to go on and try to live the rest of her life. He ended up completely destroying this woman by telling her, I need you just to turn one more trick for me. So there are predators in every gender and in every faction. And at the same time, I also write, and I write about things that may be controversial because I talk about things that have happened to me and that women are capable of raping, and they rape children, they rape men. And I talk about all kinds of different things. And I talk to people who have been raped by women. And I talk to men who have been raped by women. I talk to all different peoples who have been men who have been raped by men as children. So for me, it's that I want to know if a snake is in my presence. So for me, her pushing that book out there, I'm shocked that I'd never seen it in all my time of looking for people to interview. I've never seen that book. So I thank you for bringing it to my attention because I will use it in support of my cause. But I say this is that we have to be careful about censorship because there are people out there who need to tell their stories. And like that young woman who confronted that pastor, if censorship is of such a point to where she took down a man of position, authority, and a power and abuse of power because he needed to be taken down. Okay. And so I'm saying we need justice for anybody who's been abused and misused. So we just have to be mindful of how we go about censoring people, because I would want a snake to look like a snake. I want to know that you're a snake. Don't sit next to me and look like a sheep. Identify yourself. So I know who you are and I know how to deal with you. I prefer that kind of openness. So the fact that they didn't want to be known, that's another issue. But if they put it out there, they should just completely own it. But people are entitled to write under pseudonyms and pen names, but do what you do and do what you do best. And I thank you for finding it.
You're welcome. And thank you for what you said. Thank you for your words. And like I said, me and you're going to put our heads together and we're going to come up with a way to find out who wrote it. I would love to know who is behind a book of this nature, because I know if a man did it, and I might do an experiment and create a book that's not really real and do the same thing and see how long I'll be on before they ban me. Because I know if I posted a book like this, they'll probably report me for bullying. This would be considered bullying if I posted it, right? If a woman posted it and it was about destroying a man, it wouldn't be bullying. It would be freedom of speech. So they know how to mute and silence certain people because they know that those people are holding bad people accountable. And that's not seen as doing the right thing. It's seen as bullying now. What she's doing is she's bullying. She's a bully. And I honestly think it is a woman. I really do feel like it's a woman because when I looked and went through other pages where this book was available, people that reviewed the book said that it came from a woman, and they can guarantee that. They just cannot release the name. So when people actually publish a book, there are people at the high tops that will read it and give it a rating, just like a movie that comes out. And if someone wishes to be confidential, then they have to respect that. That's just the way it is sometimes. But at the end of the day, I think anybody can be found. And if you're gonna write a book like that, don't hide from us. How are you working with businesses if you're confidential? That's how I know this is a person who's worked with other jobs and told them about how to do this. Now, if we're destroying men who has done bad, that's fine. If a man assaults a woman, he deserves to be destroyed. If a woman assaults a man, she deserves to be destroyed. See what I'm saying? They have to both be on the same page. This is why there's Amber Heards out there acting like a damn fool, because they think it's okay to destroy a man. She's a perfect example. They're calling her a victim. An imperfect victim is the new norm for a woman predator. If anybody has been watching the Johnny Depp trial, that's what they called Amber Heard, who shitted on the bed, who has caused this man hell. An imperfect victim. How the fuck is that white woman a victim? She's a fucking devil. But I'm tired of them giving these women all these sweet names for being a predator. They deserve to be called what they are. Because we would call Bill Cosby, we would call R. Kelly, all of them, all the names in the book. But to call a person that has been causing a man nothing but toxic, bitter, angry, all the stuff she's been causing Johnny Depp, and he's been keeping it all in. They said she's an imperfect victim. This is why women get away with the shit they get away with. Because society sees them as an innocent flower. Y'all see Amber Heard up there looking like a 50-year-old battered woman, no makeup. But if you go to all her movies, look at her dolled up and judge her off of that. Don't let the no makeup and the bag under the eyes fool y'all. It ain't fooling me. This is what these women do when they're predators. They get on trial looking like a 50-year-old woman. That's what they do. If she was dolled up like she be in the movies, come on, y'all, talk to me. This is why books like this don't need to be out, because women get away with shit like this every day, and men suffer because of it. She tried to bring Johnny Depp down, but no, he came with receipts. But it's the people calling her a victim when she's not a victim. She's a predator. Call her what she is. Like I said, guys, we got to do better and hold these women accountable, because it's happening more and more. And in order for us to hold the Amber Heards, the Jada Pinkett's, these toxic women accountable, we got to speak about it. Because if we say we're going to do something, but we're not bringing awareness, you're not really doing anything. These men can't speak for themselves. Nobody knew Johnny Depp was being abused like he was being abused. No one knew. Y'all see him in Edward Scissorhands and all these movies, and you think his life is grand. Then when you hear he's been abused verbally and how crazy this woman is, y'all say, wow, well, why didn't he say anything? Do you know how hard it is for a man to speak up when the woman is the predator? It is hard for men. We got to be their voices, ladies.
Yes.
We can't let a book like this survive. She only wrote one book for a reason. She made her money. Now it's time for you to own up to what you did. And if nobody speaks about it, it'll be swept under the rug. That's what they do when it's a woman. They sweep it right under the rug. But a man, if a man wrote a book like this, they would never forget that. We got to stop doing that. We really do have to stop doing that, because it makes me mad how women will say, oh, I stand up for men, but you ain't doing shit about it, but talking. Talk is cheap. Stand up for men. Because if we don't, there's going to be a lot of Johnny Depps out there. Y'all think a man can't be verbally abused because it's a man. Oh, he has muscles. Oh, he's tough. He can just hit her and she'll be all right. No, it's deeper than that, y'all. It's deeper. We got to do better.
So, celebrity.
What's up?
All right, so like, can I have
You
this?
couldn't wait to interrupt. Celebrity. I saw you. Go ahead.
Okay, so can I add this? You know, I was doing it like a show, well, this thing the other day, and I got pushback when I told, like I was trying to tell, men in general. I'm like, hey, listen, we've lost a fight. women win like a lot of things, and I'm like, hey, just stop doing it. Just stop really communicating. The person asked me something like that. Like they were saying, um, why don't men approach women anymore? I was like, well, the reason why men do not approach women anymore, they call me all kind of things. They call me gay. They call me ugly. They, man, they bash my head in, and I'm respectful for what you do on your platform. But by me just saying, men, just exercise your option and kind of just, man, chill and live your life without necessarily going trying to holler at a chick or all that kind of stuff. Don't do that. And I got pushback from that. I'm like, man, I can't win for losing. I just like kind of let them talk. And
So let me address that. So I want us to kind of stay on this topic. I am
yeah,
going to be doing a show because you're not the only one. I've probably gotten, I would say, about maybe 50 inboxes from last week to now in regards to the dating pool. And there's a lot of single women that follow me that are just shy to speak up and talk to a man, and vice versa.
yeah,
There's a woman who actually reached out to me yesterday and told me that my matchmaking game found her the love of her life. So I
okay,
actually connected a couple, and I'm waiting for her to reach out to me because she will be a part of the show. And I want to be able to bring people together, but that's going to be on another show. I want to talk about this book on this show.
gotcha,
Okay. But
gotcha,
I got you,
gotcha.
Mylon. I thought
Okay,
about you when you told me the last time that these women, if you got women that are laughing at you, man, that means
hmm,
that them ain't the women for you. You got a lot of these women that want these thugs with gold teeth that sell nickel bags. That's what they want. They want a man that can get them Birkins and bundles. I've said this many times. They don't want the McDonald's man that owns a franchise. That's not what they want. They want a man that's going to be doing things illegal and selling them things and getting them all the things that their heart desires into that FBI raid. Then everything changes. They don't want a good guy. A lot of women, a good guy is not their type. He's boring. So we will be doing a show on that for both. Because a lot of
okay,
men might think a girl is boring too, because
yeah,
she's not
that's
doing the
facts.
things that he's used to. So I will be doing a show like that. I'm thinking Thursday. So hold your thought. And I got you on the
Okay,
next show. Okay.
hey, gotcha, cool.
Uh,
Well, hey, like, no, but thanks for having me on. And hey, you guys have a great day.
you too. Thank you for coming on today. Looking like
All
Ray
right.
Allen again. Go shoot some
All
threes. Okay. We'll get back to you.
right, I'm out. Bye.
All right. Bye. So, guys, I mean, in my opinion, I think we need to do better. And to any man that is going through verbal abuse at home, because women do that. I grew up and I remember women telling men, if you put your hands on me, if you look at me wrong, if you cheat on me, child support, that was the comeback. They'll go right to that child support office. That's how they destroyed these men. And that's how they kept them in check. If you do anything I don't like, child support. If there's a woman in your phone that I don't know about, child support. That's what they do nowadays. So, man, you got to be careful who you are sleeping with. I don't want to hear that she became crazy after the baby came out. You usually see crazy right away, but y'all be blinded by the booty, just like women be blinded by the D. That's what happens. That's why it's easy for them to destroy a man, because when you give them good D and then you tell them, you know what, I want to fall back, they caught feelings. Now they're looking at a way to destroy you. There's women in the workplace right now that had sex with a coworker, and he hit it and quit it. Now he's messing with Becky in accounting. And what do you think that woman's going to do? Because now she feels like she was scorned. They said a woman scorned, there's nothing you can do. You're done. You're done. I've dealt with it. I've dealt with it. I've worked with some women who I had their back and I helped them. And the minute that I couldn't help them, they did everything they could to destroy me. And I'm a woman. Oh, yeah, women do it to women too. Women do it to women too, because you got some women in this world that when they get mad, they allow them emotions to take over and they do a lot of shit off emotion. That's a dangerous woman who doesn't know how to control her emotions, because you can't go back and say sorry later after the damage is done. But you got women that have, felt like they got fucked over. And instead of sitting back, analyzing the situation and trying to come to an agreement, they go straight to HR because they're in that high emotional state. And women don't like to hear the truth, but you women do this a lot. And I counsel some of them. Some of them I had to drop. And when I dropped them, they did everything they can to try to destroy me, even though I helped them. And they say I don't like black women. I've helped black women with food, diapers, all type of things. But the minute you can't help them, they want to destroy your character, and they know what I do for a living, and they still try to pull a me on me. It'll never work. And there's some women out there that I had to cut off because they were way too toxic and they didn't want to hear what I had to say. And I know they're listening to this today. You got a lot of evil women out there and they'll say, oh, I love the Lord. But as soon as a man or a woman screws them over, it's a wrap. I've seen it. It's happened to me. It's happened to people I know. And it's happening now. So when they talk about destroying a man, that's a woman's ultimate goal when she feels like she's been fucked over. A man can tell a woman straight up, I don't want a relationship. Okay, I understand. And as soon as he hit her with the D, she gets to calling. He's ignoring her calls. Well, I'll see him on Monday at work. She sees him on Monday at work and he's talking to Becky in accounting. What do you think she's going to do? Go right to HR and destroy that man's character. Now, if we're destroying men who've done something wrong, then yeah, pedophiles, things like that. Oh yeah, I'm going to take you down. But if they did nothing wrong, why are you trying to destroy them? But then you yell, protect Black women. How can a man protect you if you're trying to destroy him? Can someone explain to me how that makes any sense? How can a man protect you if all you want to do is destroy him? You want a man to pay for all your bills and do it, but you don't want him to leave. You want him to do all these things for you, but you don't want to reciprocate a damn thing. It doesn't work like that, ladies. A book like this should have never made it. But it did. But I guarantee you, if I start writing up a book right now about how to destroy a woman, it wouldn't go anywhere. And I'd be labeled a woman that hates women, right? Because they already say I do that now. You got too many women getting away with stuff like this, guys. There's a lot of Amber Heards out there. Some of you guys got Amber Heards in your family, but you're never going to tell them, huh? Y'all never tell your own family member that they screwed up because that's your family. But if you loved your family, you'd tell them the truth. If a lot of y'all told the truth to your family members, there wouldn't be books like this out there. That's just my opinion. I've had to hold my sisters accountable before. I wasn't scared to do it. I'm the baby. And I still told them wrong is wrong. Did they get mad at me? Yeah. Did they go ghost on me for a couple of days? Yeah. But then they came back like, you know what? You're right. I was wrong. I admit that. So if you don't hold your own family accountable, then you'll never hold anyone accountable. You'll just be that person that sees something but does nothing until it happens to you. A book like this, I'm positive it destroyed a lot of men. And if anybody is listening and they're in HR or they're in those positions, send them a link to this book because you never know who reported what. HR can't tell you guys, hey, Tom reported. They can't tell you guys that. It's confidential. But if they were able to look at this and see patterns, well, you know what? I remember her telling me that he did this. Identical to the book. Maybe we can save a few people. Because if we don't acknowledge this, a lot of people will be destroyed. I'm saying that honestly. A lot of men don't deserve this type of shit, guys. They work just as hard, especially a Black man. It is very hard for a Black man to be in a high power position. So when women think, oh, he must have just snapped and got the role. No, it takes men a long time to get up there. Black men in general. I've seen it. It could take a Black man 8 years to be a manager, but Brad can come in hired right there on day one as the manager. I've seen it. And y'all can't tell me y'all ain't seen nothing similar to what I just said. 8 years, Daquan has shown that he can do the job, but they hired Brad on day one for the same role that Daquan wanted. So it happens every day. So when they get into those positions and then you lie and take that away from them, now you wonder why the suicide rates are higher. Because they're never going to believe Daquan over Becky. They won't. I'm being real with y'all. Daquan is not going to come in there crying like a little baby, but Becky will. And when it comes to women like me, I've seen women, they know how to act. They throw these theatrics. Y'all seen Amber Heard on trial. And what did those experts say? She's lying. They get hired to look at something like that and tell you if she's telling the truth. They straight up said she's lying. After the first few seconds, I turned my TV off because I knew she was lying. But the average person is not that good. They'll see Amber Heard crying and say, oh, poor baby. Ain't got no makeup on, no lashes, no tracks in her hair. She is battered. And then they look at Johnny Depp, who isn't crying, saying, yeah, he did that shit. He did it. He did it. It's a plan from day one for some of these women. And if no one talks about it or brings it to light, they will continue to do what Amber Heard has been doing. They're trying to destroy a man. That's what happens, y'all. But thank God Johnny Depp got women on his side that actually like him, that's testifying for him. Women that are standing up against another woman. That's rare these days, y'all. Women, it's the code, right? It's the code. They'll say, Johnny, I fucks with you, but, you know, she's a woman. We're actresses. I can't just... These women said, fuck her. She lied. We're going to speak on it. But that's rare. Most women are not going to stand up for a man that's innocent to bring down another woman because it's the woman code. Oh, I got to have my girls back. And that's why a lot of these women are getting away with it. And that's why a lot of men are destroyed. Thanks to you women who say nothing. It will never be a perfect world. I get that. But y'all can do something about that. Y'all knew that man didn't do nothing. But y'all didn't want to say nothing because that's your girl. And that's why they get away with this. That's why they're called imperfect victims. How can you call a predator an imperfect victim? Okay, so then R. Kelly is an imperfect victim, right? Bill Cosby is an imperfect victim, right? Is that what we're saying? Because we're saying it for women. That's the new word now. I'm very disgusted with that. We got to do better. We really do got to do better as people. And if you guys are not trying to better yourself by helping somebody else, then there's no point in you trying at all. Like I said, there's a lot of women in this world who are extremely mad, and they'll write a book like that because they're mad. Y'all think this book is something? Art of Kicks proved to you that there's women that want men dead. There's women right now on YouTube who do shows every day about bashing men all day long. They could do a 5-hour show and have over 50,000 views. Ask yourself why. They hate men that bad. And if you're a woman that disagrees with them, they hate you too. That's a lot of hate. And in order for pages like that to be shut down, y'all got to report those pages because they are feeding these women this bullshit. And then they go to work with that attitude. Well, now I'm going to get his ass fired. I hate him. He ages like a banana. Why are we saying that about our black men? And you came from one, you dumb fool. And I know she's listening. You came from a man. Because y'all love to say, your mama's black. Well, your daddy's black, fool. Your daddy is black. And you over here talking about, because these women don't believe this. They don't believe the stuff that they're saying. They just know that it would get them the ratings. They judge Kevin Samuels for that, but they're doing it and they're being praised. Make it make sense. The only difference is Kevin didn't say he hated black women and that they age like bananas. He never said anything like that. But that's what these women are saying, and they're getting away with it. But I've already had 3 strikes on my YouTube. I've already had 3 strikes, and I just started doing shows this year. But this page who said that black men deserve to die, that video is still up, you guys. Ask yourself why. So when I tell you there's some evil women in the world, it's on YouTube right now, and they're still thriving. Their page is still growing. They wake up every day to talk about men, how they hate them. Because if I didn't like something, I'm not going to give it no energy. But hey, that's just me. These women are giving it the energy because they know each show they're going to get those views and get that money. That's all it's about. But then when you tell them in the comments, show your face. You must be a beautiful creature. You must look good, no flaws at all. They never show you their face. You'll get a cartoon for a picture because they know what's up. They have to see that face every day and they hate it. That's why they put a cartoon in place of it, right? Like I said, guys, it's pitiful how a lot of this stuff is happening and nobody is saying anything about it. If more women had pages that talked about positivity, we would be fine. We would be fine. We would eliminate those pages that are talking about hate if we all came together. But women don't want to do that because they don't want to break the code. So when you got a woman that writes a book like How to Destroy a Man, they will support that person because it's a woman. But the minute you talk about a woman and you're holding her accountable, oh, they hate your ass. They want you dead. They want you dead and your kids. Yeah, Erica, 3 strikes. I just started doing YouTube shows this year, guys. I think, when did I start? February? It hasn't been that long, y'all. Remember last year? I never did this. I just started doing this. And I've already had 3 strikes against me. But when I went back to that page and went through like 15 videos, and each one, she's saying the N-word, he's a B, he should die. If he has any babies, I hope they die before they come to. It was some really bad stuff. And you're telling me nobody tried to report that channel. And every video that she's made, it is still there, safe and sound. I've already had 3 videos of mine flagged. Y'all don't see what's going on? Now, y'all know on my shows, I don't talk down where I call a person a B and you should die. I don't talk like that. Y'all know me. Y'all keep talking about the R word you can't say, but she said it like 30 times. I hope they go to prison and get butt effed. Come on, you guys. And that page is still up and thriving. But I've already had 3 strikes. I have to be careful what I say. So if y'all don't see how they're trying to destroy women that hold bad women accountable, then I don't know. Even Stevie Wonder can see what they're doing to me. It's not hard to figure it out. I honestly think that what we got to do is, if we start holding people accountable more, and don't be afraid to comment. Don't be afraid to say something. Because if you don't, then you're just like everybody else. I agree, Erica. Negativity, it thrives. It does. I can make a page right now that's in regard to men and me not liking men. And I would do wonderful. Oh, I would have high numbers. We all saw the transition with some of these YouTube pages. And then you have the YouTube pages that don't really bash anybody, but they live off of other people's content. Now, y'all know I'm a cool person. I don't be wanting to shut people down, but I know YouTube pays a lot of these people good money. Otherwise, they wouldn't be posting this stuff like they do. But when I see that my stories are getting you 100,000, 250,000 views, I know they're cutting you a fat check. And you're not even tagging me? All I got to do is go on there and report you for copyright, and your shit will come straight down. I haven't done that to one YouTuber yet. I'm really cool about what I do. All I ask for is the respect. That's all I ask for. If you're taking my content, I don't care if my name and my face is still on it. Tag me, at me. I need to be able to see the ad. I don't want to hear from people that follow me that 5 pages have shared my stories. That really makes me mad. Because the people that sent it to me trusted me. And if you're getting something out of that, I want to make sure that person gets it. Because they're the one that sent it to me and put me where I'm at. So again, I need you guys to understand that we got to all do better with uplifting each other. Nikki, you said positive things and accountability are seen as negative. Very true. Anytime I hold a woman accountable, I'm on a 30-day ban. Y'all remember that makeup video that I shared? That makeup video had 1.3 million views on somebody else's page. They reported me for bullying. I got reported on Facebook for 30 days for sharing a makeup video from somebody else's page. They reported me, but the person I took it from, it's still up there. It's probably at 2 million views now. But I had to sit on a 30-day ban. So when I tell you guys I'm reported for little shit, I am. So I have to walk on eggshells. I just posted a video of a young lady getting ready for prom. And you can see her titties out. They're clearly out. And people were saying, no, that's a baby shower. Get the fuck out of here. She wasn't pregnant. When I tell y'all that these proms are getting out of control, that's what I mean. And somebody might report that video and I might be on a 30-day ban. But at this point, I don't care no more. Because damn if I do, damn if I don't. All I'm saying is that we live in a world like this where it's no freedom of speech at all. The only time I can get freedom of speech is if I say men ain't shit. If I say men ain't shit right now on my Facebook, I guarantee you that post will stay up forever. But if I add a WO to it, I'll be on a 30-day ban. That's the only difference. WO. When you turn it into women, that's a 30-day ban, guys. So these women can get away with books like this and posts like I see every day, YouTubes that are hating men. They can get away with that because they're women. The only time those women are held accountable is if they're holding another woman accountable. That's the only time you get reported, y'all. That's the new standard on social media. You can't even do anything now without being reported. So again, when I tell you that they have a plan, they have a plan. These pages should not be thriving like they are, guys, for hate. And I know if more women, like, we need justice. Everybody knows we need justice. She's been on a lot of my shows. She's a woman like myself who wants to hold these women accountable too. The only difference is you guys know what I look like. I don't know what she looks like. And until she's ready, she will reveal herself. But I know she's a real person. She has sent me emails. So I know some people told me, is she even real? She is real, guys. Because I know most people that come on my panel, we can find their YouTube, we can find their Facebook and see that they're a real person. She is a real person. But what we need to, you're welcome. What we need to do is make sure that we're holding people accountable. That's all I'm saying. That book, We Need Justice, will get to the end of that book and we're going to find it out together. All I need is an email of who the email. If you can give me an email of this author, if anybody can give me an email, I will send you a Cash App. Because that's all I need and I got the rest. A real email. If you send me some bullshit like Angela Confidential at Gmail, I'm not going to buy that. That's her email. So don't send me no bullshit. I need a real email. Even that, I'll be fine. I could do the rest on my own. All I'm saying is a book like this, I would love to know who wrote it and why you're hiding your hand. Own up to this book. Don't be scared. Some people said Derek Jackson wrote the book. We don't know who wrote it. All I know was from the reviews, they said it was a woman with a PhD. And I think the D stands for dumb. I don't think this woman really went to school and got these credentials talking like this in a book. You don't go to school for all them years to write a book about how to do something bad. I just don't see that happening. Maybe she got her PhD from Independence University. That's what I'm going to assume. It's a bogus degree because ain't nobody doing no real shit like that. I hold 2 master's degrees myself. I'm very intelligent. I wouldn't write no shit like that just to get a couple dollars. But that's what people do now. Like I told you guys, the new hustle. Write a book, make up a fake post about, oh, he assaulted me. And he wouldn't let me leave. Then when he let me leave, I shut the door and I locked it. And I went on Facebook and wrote 250 words. And I never called the cops. And all that does is bring all that attention to that page for that day so they can be a star. It's books like that that make women think that that's okay. Now y'all see what I'm talking about? And they didn't hold the liar accountable. They held me accountable for exposing the liar. This is the world we live in today. People wanted to, oh, she don't really be doxing, but she can't find out where that girl is. Not only did I find out where she lived, I sent a cop to her house. Y'all keep trying me. Then when I show y'all the proof, what? Stop playing with me. The minute I try to help somebody and then the cops tell me that she was lying, why y'all mad at me? She the one that lied. Don't you care about a man's reputation? Because the people that they were saying, the man that they were saying that did that had no clue that his name was being brought up. And he has a daughter, 5-year-old daughter. So can you imagine how many people were saying he has a mark on his head, go to his house and end him? It ain't about just destroying a man. Some people will kill a man too from a false claim. Oh, he did this. Oh, he did. Got you. And these men will just do what they got to do. That's my sister. That's my cousin. That's my friend, right? We see it on First 48 every day. So books like that are why a lot of men are dead, in jail, or unemployed because of a lie. So if we don't hold these women accountable, books like this will continue to thrive. And somebody might write another book worse than that one. How to get his money. You got these hoes now writing books on how to be the next superhead. You got Brittany Rayner, who wrote the book Don't Judge This Cover, and she got her ass out because she knew people would buy that bogus ass book, talking about all the men she fucked and the yeast infection she got. Why are we glorifying shit like that? These women are crazy, but no one's gonna hold them accountable for being predators, being toxic, being evil. They won't because they're women. And we keep telling men to do it as if a judge is gonna believe a man first. So if more women don't stand up and try to protect these men, they're gonna be seen as liars. Right? They're going to be seen as guilty until they can prove that they're not. Thank you, Patrice. And you know what? I had some people reach out to me about the status on her. I dare reach out to the officer because we have each other's cell phone numbers. And I just made, just want to check in. It's been a little while. And he said that they still never received a police report. No charges were ever filed. So like I told y'all, she fucking lied just to get 30,000 shares. She lied on a black man. and said that he sexually assaulted her. I knew that she could be lying, but I still took her word for it, just like the other 20,000 dummies at the time. And I said, if this is true, let me get her some help. Now it's been a couple months, and she's still making that dumbass music, waiting for the next post to go viral. This is why these girls like her are never held accountable, because of dumb books like what Angela wrote. It's okay. It's okay to destroy a man if I don't put a name attached to it. But see, the internet will go and find every post you ever made and assume, oh, it's her baby daddy. That's who we need to attack. It's that easy, guys. And the baby daddy doesn't even have a clue. And then you got your family encouraging you to lie. Women lie like this because of books like that. When are y'all going to wake the fuck up and see that? The girl lied. And y'all called me a liar for exposing her. And I showed you 2 different audio recordings of me talking to the cops. I don't play games. And I don't make calls to cops if it ain't real. But when they tell me that she didn't want to talk to them and to get off her property, that don't sound like a victim. It sounds like a fucking liar for clout. The only difference was I exposed her because she showed her face. Most of these women that lie, they lie behind a fake cartoon picture. No, Christina, what I was saying was Brittany Rayner, the IG model who preyed on that basketball player, she had wrote a book before all that called Don't Judge This Cover. Like I said, these women will write a book because they know you're going to read it. I never read it. I saw the cover and laughed. Got her ass out in the cover. Yeah, everybody's going to buy the book. They're going to think there's some nudes in there. What I'm saying is these women can do this type of stuff because you guys are going to buy it. You guys are going to read it. I didn't want to read it. I won't read the Justice to read it because she doesn't play either when it comes to trying to find out who's behind something. And I love what she stands for. But what I'm saying, people all have a battle. And if you're going through something, ladies, it doesn't give you the right to destroy a man because one man made you mad. You're not going to have a perfect boyfriend. You're not going to meet the perfect man. Everybody's imperfect. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So if somebody made you mad at home, that don't mean go to work and get Daquan fired. That's your problem. Y'all be thinking on emotion. Stop and count to 10. And when you get to 10, chill the fuck out. Stop destroying good men because of your bad choices in them. Stop. If he hit it and quit it and pumped and dumped, and he said the sex was trash, that's not sexual assault. That's not, ladies. Stop getting that confused. That's why a lot of good men are destroyed. Because y'all go crying that it is, and it's not. Stop lying about your age. I know your mamas wasn't shit. I know y'all aunties wasn't shit. Some of y'all grandmas are young, and they ain't shit either. And they teach you to lie. They teach you to look older than what you are. And then when you get that one money maker, and he does something you don't like, run right to the cops. Stop doing that, ladies. You don't have to do that. It's okay to tell your mama, I don't want to be like you. Old and bitter with 5 cats and your hair falling out. I don't want to be like that. That was your lane. This ain't my lane. You don't have to go with that. You can make your own decision, ladies. If you guys will stop and think before you react, you can save a lot of lives because y'all out here destroying them off of emotion. Chill the fuck out. And if you go to TikTok, that's a breeding ground for bringing men down. I'm going to be sharing a video, I think maybe Thursday, of a girl who faked a pregnancy test to try to trap a man. TikTok is a breeding ground for negativity. It really is. And they'll never shut that down. I got reported on TikTok for sharing a text thread. And in the same breath, I'm on TikTok looking at a girl deep throat a dildo. Where the fuck? Like, what are we doing? So what I posted was a text thread with no names. All the cuss words were blurred out, everybody. But that girl that was deep throwing a dildo, knowing that kids are on this app, that was perfectly okay. I tried to report the shit. I ain't gonna lie. And they said, nope, it doesn't go against our standards. How? You guys, I got reported for bad behavior. That's what they said it was, bad behavior. What the fuck? Like they put me in a corner. TikTok, I've already had 11 violations on TikTok since January 1st. 11 violations on TikTok alone. Y'all, they killing me over there. So that's why I haven't been posting to those who are asking me. That's why I'm not posting like I used to. I have 11 violations. I'm on the verge of losing my TikTok, and I just started it. Guys, look at what they're doing to me. But apparently, you can deep throw the dildo, and you'll never get reported. You'll never get reported. But a text thread, that's bad behavior. You guys be careful. They got the game all fucked up. They'll do a red light challenge where you see nipples and ass. That's okay. But when I post a picture of a woman that was trying to kill a man, that right there, bad behavior. Like I said, you guys, it's crazy out here. We need justice, boo. You got anything else you want to say before I wrap up? We need justice. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Have a great night. Thank you as always.
That don't even sound like we need justice. Hold on. She'll never give me 10 words now. Come on now. What? I need you to do a Jerry Springer recap. A Jerry Springer recap. Come on now. She said, you guys have a great night, and I'm going to call it a... That ain't the we need justice I know. Something's up over there.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day. But no, I'm really thinking about this book. I have not read the reviews. I just, saw the cover, and I'm thinking about what you're just saying. I'm processing all of that, and I'm thinking about this book, and I'm just like, yeah, this is this is a hard one. It's a hard one. I can't believe for 4 years it's been out there and I've never seen it. So I'm happy that you brought it to my attention, but at the same time, I'm really like deep in thought about it. So
no, I got you. And when you read the book, let's put our heads together. Let's expose Angela Confidential, because I feel like I know who it could be, but I'm not going to take a guess. We're going to have to talk offline, because okay. I don't want that person to disappear and then we never find them. So we're going to definitely talk. We need justice, and I want to say thank you again for coming on today. Okay.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Take care.
Okay. So guys, like I said, I mean, people can be found, but when you make a book like this, I got to find out who you are. When you're on YouTube, and here's my advice to you guys who have seen and heard the stuff that I heard on YouTube, and we need justice. Before you get off, did you go to Art of Kicks page and see that YouTuber I was talking about who had a whole panel about black men needing to die? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I know you're talking about Art of Kicks. Yeah, I
go on Art of Kicks page
too. Yeah,
and scroll down, and you'll see one where they're heading. You'll see you'll see the show they have with like 5 different fake pictures.
Okay,
you'll find it.
I'll check it out. Yeah.
We're gonna do some more research, because, like I said, I think I'm gonna create another YouTube and do a video of what these women look like, because clearly YouTube ain't taking them down. So I guess we're gonna have to take them down together, but from another account.
It's interesting that I think I've gotten like 3 strikes myself.
Wow, you have 2. You don't even do that much.
I do. It's just that I really like I'm more out there pushing the advocacy information, and giving text links and things like that for men that are in crisis, to call these different hotlines. So that's primarily what I'm pushing right now on YouTube. And
they're banning you for that? They're banning you.
They're banning me, I think, for the sound file. I think probably is more probably what I've been getting is on the sound file. There was one there are certain songs that kind of speak to what I'm posting. So when I'm searching for a song in the discover section and I get that song, or I do a what is it, a clip or something, like a 60-minute clip off of something, I'm getting that. But then I think I got tagged once for something that was considered bullying, and I'm thinking, like, are you serious, me? Like, so yeah, I had to, they gave me the email of the person, so I reached out to them, and I think that one went away. But for the most part, I'm yeah. So please, guys, I have a YouTube channel and I have a TikTok channel, so please like and subscribe on that. But at the same time, I'm disturbed by this, and I want to get a copy of that. I have to have a copy of that, because that is going to really help me build a case for some things, not them, but a case for some other things that I'm working on.
So we need Justin, since I have you on right now, don't hang up, don't go off yet. I'm gonna let you hear a little bit of this page, and I'm gonna send it to you. So I know a lot of you guys, a lot of you, mute your phone real quick. We need justice. I know a lot of you guys, when I told you that there's some angry, bitter women out there on YouTube spewing hate, black men and that they're ugly and they're gay and all type of stuff. I just want you to listen a little bit to this. And I heard this off of Artie Kicks, and then I went to the page and I saw it myself, and I was disgusted. But this video here has been up for over a month, for a little while, and it has not been taken down. And they've said everything from he needs to die, they're gay, their babies need to die, and it's still there. But don't forget, We Need Justice got striked 3 times. Now, I didn't get striked 3 times for a copyright claim. I got striked here on one of my shows, and I know I didn't say the R word, and one of them was for bullying. So clearly, one of these celebrities or whoever I hurt, they hearing me. So I want y'all to hear this, and hopefully I got it at the right time. But these women were all talking about Kevin Samuels being gay when he died, and then it went from that to they hate men. I just want y'all to hear just a little taste. I ain't gonna make y'all hear it forever here, but listen, hold on.
Say it again. I was watching from Miss Busted, and it mentioned about how when Kevin Samuel did pass out, his roommate, the boyfriend, he left out of the room. I probably have to read it again or watch the live stream again, but it mentioned that one. So I'm not accusing him of the killer, but if he was, thank you. Like, thank you. Right? Like, you're doing God's service. Let them tell you how he's not gay, though. I don't say he's not gay. He's a shit. That's fine.
Do you guys know, like, I don't know what the American word for it is,
like
but
he's living like
here it's called poppers. So, like, gay guys take poppers.
It's called what?
I don't know what you call it in America, but here in Australia, these drugs are called poppers. Like, there's a specific drug group called poppers, and gay guys take it to make their their buttholes dilate more, and it causes a lot of death. Like, it's illegal because people have heart attacks from that. So, imagine, I reckon he mixed poppers with Viagra and Red Bull, and it was just a lethal concoction, and he died. That's what I'm thinking.
I doubt that any girls have sex with this. That is so disgusting. To open the book. Ew, what the fuck is wrong with these child? I
can only imagine how this man looked when he died. Just
So I'll let y'all hear a little bit. So this was around the time that Kevin Samuels was where they released that he died. These girls, it's 5 of them, all laughing, saying that he took a pill that made his butthole open up, and his boyfriend was having sex with him, and he had a heart attack. That's what these women were saying. Oh, I wonder what he looked like when he died, and they all laughed at it. These are all women laughing at the fact that the man died. They didn't know him personally, but they created this narrative that he was gay and that his boyfriend was fucking him, and then he had a heart attack. When we all know, according to the police report, that he was with that beautiful woman that was with him. She wasn't ugly out. That was a woman, not a man, but a woman. Even though they knew this, they still spread this false rhetoric that he was gay. So I let y'all hear how evil these women are. They created a false, story about him having Red Bull and a pill that made his butt hole open up more so that his boyfriend can hit it. Y'all know none of that shit happened, right? But women like this get to thrive. No, We Need Justice. What do you think about that, Queen?
That made me angry. That was very disgusting and disrespectful. Period. And that one, the first one that said thank you, I was like, are you serious? Like, are you saying thank you? And okay, if you killed him, thank you for killing him. I'm like, are you serious? And that other thing about the poppers or whatever, I'm like, there are plenty of females that have anal sex. So I'm like, anal sex is not a gay thing in that sense. I'm not talking about my preference or anything like that, but I'm just saying the way that they sound like maybe they're in their 20s, like 20 somethings or whatever, but their level of disrespect is probably not just for Kevin Samuels, but for a lot of other men that reject them. And I think that comes from their own insecurities. And probably if we did see them, we would probably, they were probably people that Kevin, if they called in the Kevin show, he might have, shut them down kind of thing. Women who have integrity and women who are secure in themselves would not be caught saying those kind of things, in my opinion.
Well,
Because
thank you, Queen.
my first thing is that I wanted to know what happened to him, because it hurt. It hurt as another human being to die like that, period. And because I have experience being in the room with somebody who's, dying and coding and things like that. So for me, that was a painful image to try to, relive. And then when they started talking about all these other things that could have happened and whatever, I was upset, because if this person, quote unquote, was a member of the medical profession, and these other things were present, then I wanted that person to be held accountable. Because you know what I'm saying? So all these bits and pieces that were just coming out, I'm like, okay, so if they were there and they were administering certain things to him, that goes against their Hippocratic oath as a medical professional, so I would want them to be penalized for that. And at the same time, I'm like, how you just gonna talk like that? I mean, even the person who was there that he was with, I did not necessarily like the way that they reported his death, or how they handled it. I didn't like the whole thing. But to hear these women laughing, it was like listening to hyenas, with that
That's
annoying laugh and
yep.
that cackle.
Where's Nancy at?
That's irritating. That's very irritating. I would not. Yeah, I have not heard that. I have not, and I'll go back and
A
check
little
it out
more.
on Arctic. Yeah,
Okay,
I haven't checked it out, but that was disgusting. Yeah.
I'm gonna send you this channel, but mute your phone, because I need you to hear this part here before I wrap this show up. Because when I tell people that there's some angry, bitter Black women out in the atmosphere that trash Black men for no reason, because they're angry and they don't want to go get help. Instead, they'd rather spew all this hate from a fake page or a fake profile, because this makes them feel good. So not only did they talk about a man who can't defend himself anymore, they went as far as to say that men ain't shit. So I'm gonna let y'all hear this last little part, and then we're gonna wrap this up. So everybody listen to this.
The old men that die alone, women, there's always people around them. Like, so the fact that people try to push this narrative that, like, oh, women die alone, projection, it's fake. It's actually men.
That's what they're scared of. That's what they're scared of. So they want you, they have this thing where, they have the misery loves company mentality. So they feel like if they're the only ones that feel this way, it fucks with their head. Like, they can't be the only ones that feel that way. So that's why they project it onto Black women, because they want Black women to feel just as bad as them, because they don't want to feel like they're all, they're all alone. Just like I was saying earlier, when they keep talking about, oh, if we're AIDS, then what are you? Because they want you to feel just as empty as they feel. They can't do it alone. Like, being alone, like, terrifies these fucking makers, because they know that nobody gives a fuck about them, and they know it, but they want to drag somebody else down with them. Of course, like I say all the time, the crabs in the barrel mentality. So they feel like, well, everybody else is above us, so I have to drag somebody down with me. And since Black women are in the closest proximity, we have to bring them down. That's all it is. And Courtney, the maker, said, hold on, let me say this right quick. So somebody said earlier up here that on these pro-Black pages, these Blackistan pages, they were trying to say, oh, it was the white man that took him out, it was the government, and blah blah blah. So they're saying it's bullshit again. But yeah, go ahead.
Nah, it was coke and Viagra.
There's an ape in the chat. Maz, get him out. Booga booga.
They said he used to drink Red Bulls a lot too. I think I heard that from y'all or from one of these platforms.
Right. And like, honestly, in terms of, because he was in his like early 50s, right? In terms of,
I think
heart issues, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, that's actually, in terms of like getting a heart attack, that's pretty young. So his heart was fucked up. Like, it finally gave in after all those years of substance abuse.
That's what I think.
Yeah. Of course, the Red Bull mixed with the drugs and everything. Oh, look, somebody just said it. Damn, y'all be thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Yeah, especially the Red Bull and the drugs mixed together. Oh, you already know his heart was like, bow, And it's crazy. Yes, it is embarrassing. You know why? Because they are always like talking about this dying alone shit, and they try to scare Black women into being with them, even though they claim they're high value and their most desire. But they gotta scare women into being with them. It's like fucking retarded. But then, like when they actually do die alone, you know, just like David Carroll and just like Kitten Heels and all the rest of these fucking apes, just like with that situation, it's like, okay, so now you look extra fucking stupid because they try to, of course, like I say all the time, project. And it's just so crazy how a lot of people don't realize that they are projecting everything that they want us to fear is what they fear. This is why I be like, I don't understand why people listen to them. You know, like somebody said, you know, nobody really looks up to them. Nobody comes to them for everything because men have this thing where they feel like they have to be needed. And since these nakers are not needed, they basically want to humble you so that you can need them. It's pathetic, y'all.
So y'all hear these women, these angry apes. They calling men apes. So when they said apes, they were talking about Black men. And while they say that Black men project their insecurities on Black women because they know that they really are, that they know that they need a Black woman and nobody wants them. While they're saying that these Black men are bashing them, what do you think these 5 women are doing? They're bashing men. So they're doing the shit that they're saying that men did, and they're calling Kevin Samuels kitten heels. All of these women, you can hear the hurt and anger in their voices because they're making shit up about him, right? They devoted 3 hours and 27 minutes to Kevin Samuels and Black men to say how much they hate them. And that's just one show. She has multiple shows just like this, you guys. So when you see books like How to Destroy a Man, this is where it starts. These women are so angry at men that did nothing to them. You're talking about men that hurt you. You should be talking to that man personally. But to put all men in the same box, they know we don't need them for shit. And they die alone. The kitten heels. They named 3 people that died alone. Y'all telling me that Black women or women in general never die by themselves? Is that what you're saying? But to call a Black man an ape and you came from an ape, basically, because your daddy's Black. And I'm sure these women have, somebody got a brother, somebody got an uncle. I bet you they don't call them apes in person. And if you're going to call somebody an ape and not show your face, woo, child, then I'm already going to assume that you look like one. Because you can't even show your face. You can't sit there and call somebody a name and then you're not even showing your face. Who are you? Who are you? At least Kevin didn't hide. He didn't hide. But these women are so angry at a man that's already dead, y'all. And that's 3 hours and 27 minutes. I'll let y'all hear a couple minutes. And y'all can hear all the anger. Yeah, he's dead. Coke, and Red Bull. She ain't even from America. Like, what? Y'all creating this false narrative. What? That's what y'all doing. And y'all saying that y'all don't need Black men. Get the fuck out of here. If it wasn't for a Black man, you wouldn't be on this panel today, you dumb fucks. Use your head, ladies. All this anger y'all got, fight it out in the gym. Go, go cook a meal. Go do something productive with all this anger you got. Because doing these videos for 4 hours, it's making you look bad. You're not making Black men look bad. You're making yourself look bad to devote 3 hours to an ape that you claim to not like. Because if I don't fuck with someone, I'm not going to give them 3 hours and 27 minutes. What about y'all? And this is why Black men say, I'm going to get me a white woman or I'm going to go overseas. Because these American Black women have so much anger. And instead of them getting the help that they know they need, they would rather create videos and write books about how much they hate a man. And it could have been one man that did something to them when they were young and now they hate all men. You'll never, never have a good life like that. And y'all would rather die with your homegirls. Hey, we'll all die as a group. Hey, y'all. Than to have a man having your back. Because I know most of these women are lying. Some of them have Black men in their lives and they over here lying and laughing on YouTube. But they dads and they brothers probably don't even know that they're doing this. They don't even know about this YouTube channel because it's not under her real name. It's under an alias. So women that hide like this, they go through life dating a Black man and the Black man has no idea what she does in her free time. And to say you don't need Black men, that's a lie. They need us, we need them. It goes hand in hand. And when Kevin said they were going to die alone, he's talking about these women here on this panel. You will die alone. You just said you don't need a man. So who do you need? You're gonna be all by yourself. You're gonna be all by yourself. That's true. You just so what? You gonna fuck with women? And then when they fuck with women, one of those women look like a man. They bull daggers. They look just like men. The specimen they claim to not like, they look just like them. Haircut low. Some of them grow a little beard, little chin hair to look just like a fucking man. Make it make sense. Buying the strap-ons. You don't have that part. You're a woman. You're putting yourself down. You're saying that this man bashes women for a living, but you guys spend 3 hours bashing men. Make it make sense, ladies. If you're going to do a podcast hating black men, at least show your face. Own up to what you're saying. That's what a real woman would do. But a bitch will hide behind a cartoon profile. That's what they would do. Hide. Because they're scared. They know if they revealed what they look like, it will be a laughing, man, we'll have a whole road show. I'll put the sad sound effects and everything in there. All I'm saying is I wanted y'all to hear the kind of shit that YouTube doesn't flag. Y'all heard a little bit and y'all know something on there should have been flagged. Am I right? But they flagging me for bullshit. So understand where my passion comes from. When we try to hold people accountable like that, we don't get to stay up that long. We get a strike. We Need Justice has 3 strikes and she ain't even did no show. Just look how they come for us when we try to help black men. These women are downing a black man. First, it was cocaine, right? No, actually, sorry. First, it was the pill that made his butthole open up and gave him a heart attack. Now you're saying it's cocaine. You see how they just created 2 false narratives? Oh, well, they said he drank a lot of Red Bull. Well, wasn't he in his early 50s? Y'all not even in your 50s. Y'all can't say nothing. At least he got past 50. At the end of the day, people, we know he didn't die alone. But these women, they wanted to create that because it made them feel good. He didn't die alone. But they will. They definitely will. With that kind of mentality, you said you don't need a man. So you're going to have a whole bunch of black cats, half's going to smell like pee. That's the life y'all want? You'll never be happy. These are the same women that will go on Facebook and say, ain't no good men out there. But this is what they do in their free time. I'm telling you guys, there was a black woman who made a post on Twitter saying that Dr. Umar would be, or Umar, whatever his name is, would be mad if he knew about, and there was a guy with a white woman. And he was smiling so hard. But then somebody actually doxed that chick and she put, I found love, and she was kissing a white guy. You see how these women are? And then when he held her accountable, she deleted her whole profile. You see how they are? They will judge you, but then forget what they got themselves. So I guarantee you, these women, I can guarantee you that 2 of them, they're built really, really bad, like deep freezers. I know what they look like. They just don't know I know. I know what 2 of them look like. I'm still working on the other 3. But I know what 2 of them look like, and they have no room. Kevin Samuels would have gave them a negative 1. That's what he would have gave them. Just off looks. They both pushing maybe 250, maybe higher. So again, women like that, they hide behind a cartoon picture that looks nothing like them, just so they can bash the men that they claim to not like because they're not attractive to these men. That's what it is. They're angry. You can hear all the hurt in their voices, even though they was laughing. They're hurting. If you gotta hide, then you're scared for a reason. That's how I'm living with it. And we gotta do better, people. And I know there's a lot of good black women out there who don't do this type of shit, but it's overshadowed by these type of women. And there's a lot of great black men out there. I just helped 2 people get together, y'all, on Instagram. When she told me she found love from one of my posts, I couldn't believe it. So I encourage bringing people together. We all need someone. I don't care what nobody said. We all need someone. Being alone is not a good feeling. These women want you to think that because they're on IG posting in front of these fake hotels and these big luxurious meals. Some of them will go to a restaurant with 3 girls and buy 1 expensive meal just to take a picture of it. And all 3 of them are sharing the meal. I know the game. You're not tricking me. At what point do y'all stop fronting for the book? Y'all know when y'all log off of Instagram, you crying in the corner because you're not with anyone. But you see how happy your friends are. Beyonce told y'all, all the single ladies, while she was married to a man. Y'all forgot. She might have did that video for y'all, but when the video was over, she went home to Dick and had babies. She went home to her husband. Y'all tripping. These city girls in relationships. Meg Thee Stallion in a relationship. So quit letting these women tell you it's cool to be single. Hey, get down and shake your ass all day. At what point do you get tired of shaking your ass and being alone? When y'all get y'all body done, who you getting your body done for? You want a man to see it. Stop fronting. Stop getting these chromosome-shaped bodies and saying you're doing it because you want to be happy. No, you're doing it because you want a man to see it because you think that's going to get him. That might get him to fuck you, but that's not going to get him to keep you. What's going to keep him is what the inside looks like. You already fucked up the outside, but you're not doing nothing on the inside. A lot of you ladies are getting surgery on the wrong parts. Instead of y'all laying on Dr. Miami's table, go see a therapist. That's what y'all need to fix. It's cheaper to go see a therapist. Y'all trying to get the BBL and you still single. Y'all see these women on Instagram. Half of them got the same number 8 body. Legs don't match. They could barely stand up, y'all. Most of them are single. Why? If their coochie so good and they got that wop, why are they single? Fellas, you got to put that together. If they telling you, yeah, I'm a good woman, I cook, I clean, I do everything. I'm not wrong at anything. Then you know that's a red flag. Because a man would have already wiped that. You got to use your head, fellas. Quit falling for the booty and falling for that belly button that's way up high in the middle. Because they got that tummy tuck, looking a damn fool. Quit falling for that. If their cat was so good, a man would have already locked that down. These women are getting all these surgeries just to be alone. You're not getting surgery for yourself because you're posting it online to strangers. You want a man to see it. You want to sell yourself to the highest bidder. That's what it is. You'll never be happy that way. And then you guys these men get with these women, have kids, and the kids look like their old face. Women got mad at me for saying that Kylie Jenner's daughter looks like her old face. How is that an insult? Her face ain't hers. How is it an insult? Her daughter looks like her old face. That's facts. I'm not saying her daughter's ugly. I'm just saying she got her old face. These men keep forgetting that when you fuck these women who change their whole face, you're going to get the old face. That's what you're going to get. Your kids are going to look like that old face until you get them surgery. Then it'll all match. You got to love yourself. She's a self-made billionaire, right? But didn't even love herself. Because if she would have came out with lipstick with no lips, y'all wouldn't have bought that shit. Stop living off of these women and thinking that this is their life. It's not. These women are all hurting. They're not happy. They got all this money, but they still photoshopping their shit. They're not happy. They getting all this surgery and they're still editing photos. Come on, y'all. These women are trash. They trash. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is that we got to do better and hold these women accountable. And I will keep doing that. And I will do a show for those people who are single. But I need enough people. I need at least 5 men and 5 women to reach out to me on Instagram. If you don't have Facebook or Instagram, my email is accountabilityqueen@aol.com. Again, accountability. If you don't know how to spell, that's your fault. Accountabilityqueen, all bunched together, @aol.com. Email me your name and we will do a show on dating. Why you can't find somebody. And I want women to be honest. Hey, I got a bad attitude. I need help on that. Let's be honest with ourselves. A lot of y'all are single because you talk like men. And a lot of you men are single because you want a woman that looks like Kim K. And these women that were born with their real body parts, they're not going to give you that. They're not going to lay on no table for no man. They're happy with what God gave them. A lot of these women say that they're happy with surgery, right? And they want you to love them for who they are, but they couldn't even love themselves. If you can't love yourself for what God gave you, then no man is going to be able to live up to that, right? So what I'm saying is, ladies, you got to love yourself first. And quit acting like you don't need a man, because you do. When you hear noise in that lonely house, I bet you wish you had a man then. Who they hitting up? Daquan. 4 a.m. Daquan, I hear a noise outside. Well, go check it. You the man, right? Take your masculine ass downstairs and check it. Put your masculine voice on and ask who it is outside. When they hear a noise, they always want the men to be there, right? They want that man to be attacked first. That's what women do. You do need a man. When that tire blow out, I have not yet seen a woman out there under a car changing a tire, unless she's a bulldagger. I ain't seen no pretty girl out there changing a fucking tire. They don't do that. They don't even know how to do it. They don't even know what a tire is, most of them. So what I'm saying is you do need a man. Stop saying you don't need a man when you do. Because when you get lonely and you ain't got nobody that lay up and hold you, That's when you wish you had a man. So quit acting like y'all don't need a man because y'all mama told y'all don't. Just because no man wanted her loud ass. Most of y'all are single because of your mamas. That's why. And you need to start living for yourself. You ain't got to be loud and ghetto every day. You don't. You don't have to wear pink hair and 50 gallons of makeup. You're beautiful without all that. Some men love a natural beauty. Love yourself, ladies, and quit lying and quit trying to destroy your man. Think for yourself. If you're going to pick up a book that's going to teach you how to be a better woman. There's many books out there. How to fix your negative, toxic attitude. Maybe I should write a book. How to Shut the Fuck Up by Daphne. Man, maybe I will. I'm going to start writing a book called How to Shut the Fuck Up. And I'm going to do the same kind of cover that woman did. You know, with the finger in front of the lips. Shut the fuck up. If a lot of you women would just shut up and listen and analyze, ooh, y'all would be wives right now. Y'all be getting all the things y'all want. Just shut the fuck up. Because when you open your mouth, I don't want him to leave. I want him to pay all my bills. That's where you become an ugly, big looking, Men see a whole different face when you open your mouth sounding like Dice Clay. You gotta be soft. Quit being hard. That's why you by yourself. Because you a man and a woman. You both. And a man don't want that. A man doesn't want a woman who's looking to destroy another man. That won't work like that, ladies. Soften yourself up. So if anybody out there needs help with their attitude, let me help you. Let me help you for free. I don't cost anything. So I don't want to hear, I don't have any money I don't charge anybody anything unless you're buying a shirt. My services to help you are free. How can you give up something that's free? That makes no sense. Y'all giving up ads for free, so you might as well let me help y'all attitude for free. Let me help y'all. Maybe y'all will find a man, because a lot of y'all do want a man to hold you at night. Y'all buy them big body pillows and put them right behind you. Y'all not slick. I seen it. So what I'm saying is y'all got to do better. There's good men out there and there's good women out there. In order for you to be good to someone else, fix yourself and get help. Quit allowing your mama's negative ass comments to you your whole life. Change your narrative on good men out there. They don't want no woman that doesn't want to fix herself. It's okay if you have a little hole in your tire. It can be repaired. But a lot of y'all have a whole gash in the tire where you have to get a whole new tire. Fix your attitude. Some of y'all can be fixed, and some of y'all need to go into an institution for a couple months because you're just beyond being fixed. And that's okay. If you want to get help, I respect that. So anybody out there that's looking to date someone and you're looking for love, be honest with yourselves. Reach out to me. Because if I don't get 10 people, if I don't get 5 men and five women, I'm not going to do it. A lot of you guys out there need someone that you want to be in your life. But before that happens, I have to be able to talk to you. Because a lot of y'all don't need no relationship. You need a therapist first. And people are not going to tell you that. I'm definitely going to start writing a book called Shut the Fuck Up. That's what the book is going to be called. And I'm going to start writing it tonight. Chapter 1. Why can't you shut the fuck up? Chapter 2. Didn't I tell you to shut the fuck up? Chapter 3. Damn, you still haven't shut the fuck up? Chapter 4. Everything's going to end in shut the fuck up. I'm just saying, y'all. It ain't going to be like that. But I do want to write a book. I know y'all read it. I bet you y'all read that shit. If I wrote it, it's only going to be 20 pages. 20 pages is all I'm going to need to tell these women to shut the fuck up. 20 pages, 5 chapters. Anybody going to buy that book? Because I'm going to work on it today. If y'all tell me y'all going to buy it. It's going to be called Shut the Fuck Up by Daphne. Okay? I ain't going to be confidential. And I'm going to go into it. That's all I'm going to have, y'all. It's going to be 20 pages. Who's going to read it? By the time y'all get to that last chapter, you should already know what I need you to do. Shut the fuck up. And watch how many people have kids and families and get married, get flued out because they shut the fuck up. Some people just want you to be quiet because when you open your mouth, men want to throw up. They think you look like Flavor Flav when you open your mouth. So I hope it is a top seller. I'm going to start writing that book tonight just for you guys called Shut the Fuck Up by Daphne. And I hope you guys buy it. It's about being honest with yourself, ladies. Some of y'all might hate me for it and talk about it, but I'm going to write that book tonight, y'all. It's going to be a quick read. I promise you I won't take much of your time. You'll be able to read that book in one day. I'm going to start the book tonight. So again, guys, I want to say thank you for being on the show. The ones that were on We Need Justice, Shy Hollywood, Mylon. I appreciate you guys. I will do a show on dating if I get enough people. If I get more than 5 and 5, I'm okay with that. I just want to bridge people together. There's a lot of great men out there that I've talked to, and there's a lot of great women, beautiful Black women that are on this panel right now. And even if you have kids, that doesn't mean that that a man doesn't want to be with you. He might have a kid. So don't sell yourself short. Don't say I'm not worth it because I have kids. If it's by the same man, that's a blessing. Some men don't mind you having 3 kids by one man. But 3 and 3, that's a lot of work, y'all. So understand that if you have 3 and 3, don't say you want a man making 6 figures. Don't do that. That ain't gonna work. If you got 3 and 3, I think you need to shut the fuck up and shut your legs up too. And then some of you guys know that you're single because when you open your mouth, nobody wants to be around you. Your friends say they cool with you, but they never want to hang out with you because of your mouth. Sometimes you guys really need to be quiet. And some people, when they say be quiet, you still don't get it. But when a man says shut the fuck up, that sends the trigger these women to say, who the fuck you talking to? They hear that. But if a man says, babe, can you be quiet? They get louder until he says, shut the fuck up. I might even have Ike Turner on the cover. What y'all think? Ike Turner? I'm just playing. I'm not going to do that. I'm just playing, y'all. What I'm saying is this. I just want you guys to know that sometimes it's your mouth that's keeping you from a good man. It's your mouth. A lot of y'all talk just like a dude. And all you have to do is be quiet. Exactly, Jerome, I'm with you. A lot of women, you can't claim that you don't want a man with kids and you have kids. It will never work. When you have kids, your standards should not be high as the sky. Your standards should be right in the middle. All I'm saying is, like, I'm not saying get you a man that ain't got nothing going for himself, but if you got kids and you tell me, Daphne, he has to have no kids at all, I'm going to laugh at you. And I'm going to say, next, who's next? Because that's not going to happen. You can't ask a man to not have any kids when you have a bunch of them. Now, if you ain't got no kids and you say you prefer a man without no kids, then I get you. You're matching his energy. Gotcha. But y'all be having all these kids and putting these high standards. He has to have a 6-figure job, abs. He has to work out often. Please me. Ladies, that won't happen. Realistic. I need you to be real with me. And if a man says he wants a woman that can wear makeup and take it off, don't get offended. Because some of you guys, when you take off them lashes, it's scary. You can't believe it. That's the same person. A lot of y'all don't need all that makeup. Some of you guys never been told you're beautiful without it. Your mom probably told you keep wearing it, right? And a lot of men don't want no woman with them Nike eyebrows. Look like you always startled. They don't want that. That scares them. They don't want a woman like that. As soon as you take that towelette and wipe a little piece of your face, you're scared. You couldn't believe they had that much makeup on. Stop that, ladies. Y'all talking about destroying men. Let's talk about how y'all destroying your pores and destroying your skin. A lot of y'all Black women have beautiful, smooth skin, but you clog it with that makeup. Like you going to a drag show and you the performer of the night. Y'all ain't gotta look like that. Quit following these celebrities. Y'all ain't gotta look like them. You said, Daph, we had a situation recently here in Houston. Black women freshly popped out a child 5 weeks prior to drunk driving, hit a cop and killed him and kept driving. She showed up to her baby daddy house. Wow. Yeah, a lot of these women are crazy. That's why. All I'm saying, you guys, is we got to do better and we can do better. And I want to help y'all do better. So to the women who think I hate women, I don't hate women. I hate the fact that you women won't acknowledge that you're crazy, loud, and ghetto and work on it. We all been there. I told you guys on my show in the past, I was that loud person. I just wasn't loud in my later years. Somebody saved me young. I'm telling you, because I would not have made it to 21 with the mouth that I had. Somebody would have killed me for sure. I used to embarrass men that came from different parts of the world and make them fall. Cross them over real good. They fall to the ground. I used to say, get up, bitch. Do you know what that does to a man's ego? With all his boys screaming that a woman crossed you up and you failed, and then she called you a bitch. I was surprised I made it out of some of them games alive. Someone could have gutted me, cut my throat. I played against men from Louisiana, New York. They don't play games out there. And luckily, nobody killed me. I've had my nose broken because I was D'ing the guy up real good, and he just stopped and bam, hit me right on my nose. Now, 3 guys attacked him and beat his ass, but I got hit in the nose. What I'm saying is, I was taught if you're going to play a man's sport, you're going to be treated like a man. Equal rights and lefts, right? So what I'm saying, ladies, is quit acting like men out here because you will be treated as such. I made it out alive. A lot of y'all, You won't be lucky if you keep it up. You got to do better. Because some men, they were raised, if you put your hands on them, they're going to put it right back on you. They don't care if you're little and frail. They will fight back. So all I'm saying, guys, is we got to do better as a whole, and we can. I want to help y'all. So again, if you want me to do a dating episode, I'm going to need 5 women, 5 men, or more for me to get it going. Accountability Queen at AOL if you don't have social media. I'm cool with that. And then if I get enough people, we will do a show. I might even do it Saturday because I know most people are off on the weekends. Just for you guys. I would do that for y'all if y'all want me to. And then I'm going to start working on my book tonight called Shut the Fuck Up. Now, for the cuss word part, I might put like a red line across it because, you know, kids might want to read the book too. I wouldn't recommend a kid reading it, but the book is going to be about doing better and shutting up. And I'm not going to say on every chapter, shut up. But every chapter I wanted to be better than the last. So I will write a 20-page book. It's going to be the quickest book you ever read, but I hope I can give you guys a little bit of gems. Because me, calming myself down and analyzing things is why I've been with my husband this long. We're going on 12 years, guys. 12 years in a month. We're going on 12 years. So nobody can tell me anything about, oh, she was married 10 times. If you can give one marriage 12 years or a relationship 12 years, that right there is that's a high thing, because nowadays people don't last that long. They get married on Monday and they're divorced on Tuesday. Why you divorce him? Because he looked at me wrong. Damn. Relationships like mine are not lasting. I'm outlasting a lot of these relationships. How many of you guys know people that are in their 30s and they're still together and they've been together over a decade? How many of you guys know someone personally that's around your age and they've been with their spouse for over a decade? I don't know many people. They gave up. Don't give up. And I'm not saying don't give up on someone that's beating your ass. No, you can leave. But if you got a man who doesn't like to open up, don't give up. Keep asking him questions. He'll open up. If he's not opening up with you, that's because you haven't fought enough. Fight with him like you fight when you need that hair and nail money. You know how to negotiate then. You know how to ask for more money there, right? If he tells you I'm fine, he's not fine. He's lying to you. You're just not fighting. Get in his face and say, you lying to me. What happened at work today? He'll open up. Y'all just don't want to fight. You'll say, okay, he's a mute. On to the next dick. And then you have another failed relationship. Don't be like Kim K, where you keep jumping from man to man. Oh, maybe 4 times is a charm. What? 4 marriages is the charm? No. What are we doing? When Kim gets therapy for her insecurities, she's a beautiful woman, but she's very insecure. Very insecure. When you have to Photoshop photos after you spent thousands on surgery, you are very insecure. She's crying inside. And until she works on herself, like I said, if God couldn't make her happy and those 3 men she married couldn't make her happy, Pete is not going to make her happy. No man can make her happy. I told y'all this. If God couldn't do it and those 3 men couldn't do it, Pete ain't going to do it either. Oh, yeah, I'm so happy. This is the happiest I ever been. You a fucking lie. When you were dating Kanye and he started putting you out there in the fashion industry, helping you get your fashion up, you were happy. You were smiling. Stop the cap, Kim. You were happy there too. Y'all think these women, when they say, I'm the happiest I've ever been, love wins. Like Cassie. Cassie was with Diddy. Cassie was with Diddy for over a decade. And y'all blame Diddy. Are you kidding me? Cassie was a money-hungry woman. Y'all really not going to hold that woman accountable because she's pretty, right? I will hold her accountable for y'all. Cassie was a money-hungry woman. She couldn't sing for shit. So if y'all going to sit up here and tell me that woman had vocals, I'm going to block you on this channel for lying. She couldn't sing worth shit. She was just pretty. Diddy didn't force her at gunpoint to stay. The money made her stay. How do you get out of a relationship 10 years with Diddy, and then less than a few months you getting pregnant, getting married? That means she was fucking that dude while she was with Diddy. And y'all over here saying love wins. Get the fuck out of here. Love didn't win. She knew Diddy wasn't gonna wife her. Diddy knew she was a groupie. Diddy knew what she was there for. It wasn't love, it was the money. On to the next. Now she's married, got kids, and y'all think that Diddy was the bad guy? No. Diddy made sure she was well taken care of. Y'all need to stop fronting. Quit blaming these men for these women sticking around. She found a better dick, and it worked. That's all. Y'all over here saying love wins. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all need to start holding people accountable. Oh, Lori Harvey's so happy with Michael B. Jordan. This is the best I've seen her. She was on a yacht with Diddy. and her fake dad and her real mom, laughing her ass off, loving life with Diddy. And she was also with Diddy's son. Quit fronting, y'all. Quit capping. Y'all see her smiling like that with Future, Diddy, and the other 9 guys. Y'all just think because she's pretty, love wins. No, it doesn't. Stop that. That ain't love. When you're hopping from dick to dick, that's hoe. That's what that is. You got the words wrong. That's all. You got to hold people accountable, guys, and quit blaming these men or blaming people for somebody else's actions. That's what it is. Like I said, guys, I want to help you guys out. Let me know if y'all want me to do the dating show. I'll do it. But to everyone who attended today, I want to say thank you. And we will get to the bottom of this book. And if you're one of those women who just got somebody in trouble at work or you're looking at doing it, don't do it. It ain't worth it because your karma will come back around. And once a lot of these businesses get this book and they read how she's telling them how to do it, they'll start putting things together. And when they call you back in to tell you to repeat what you said a month ago and your words are all different, they're going to know that you lied. You got to do better. And fellas, protect yourself in corporate America. Do not mess with these women that you work with. Please don't. Don't even put yourself in that position. I don't care how cute or how big her booty is. Never sleep with someone you work with. Because if you piss her off, it will end for you badly. Please don't. And if you're dating a woman, don't tell her off the back the name of your company. Tell her what you do for a living, but don't open up and tell her the name. Because they will call your job and make a false claim too and get you fired. I did a show on that, and I did a post on that like a few years ago. He cheated on her, so she called his job and said that he was sexually harassing her. And he was a banker, a manager, and she got him fired. All it took was one call. So like I said, fellas, protect yourself. And ladies, protect yourself too, but don't do nothing bad because somebody made you mad at home. Yep, don't share where you eat. That's right, Mylon. I agree. And we're going to find out who wrote this book. But you'll know who wrote Shut the Fuck Up. I wrote that. That's going to be me. I will work on this book for y'all and try to have it at least. I try to have it to y'all in about a month. Give me about a month. I know I'm only writing 20 pages, but I do have 50 other things I got to do that are more important than the book right now. But I will work on it for y'all. I ain't going to release it on no Amazon, but I will have it on a PDF and I will send it to whoever wants to read it. I'm not trying to get it published or nothing, but it'd just be like just a PDF with all the things together. I don't know. I'll figure out how to do it. But I will write that book because y'all told me to do it. So again, guys, thank you so much for being on here today. I hope you guys all have a great Tuesday. And again, stay safe out there. Protect yourself, protect your kids, protect everyone that you love. And ladies, I'm fine is not an answer. I need you to dig deep. Dig deep like you do when you think he's cheating. Y'all dig real deep when you think he's cheating. You'll dig deep as hell. But when it comes to him saying he's fine, you'll accept that I'm fine. But when you say, where were you at last night? And he says, I was at Joe's house. Y'all dig deep. Dig deep like that. Give it the same energy. Because y'all know how to find out he's cheating, but you can never tell me how to make him happy. But you can tell me ways to find out he's cheating. There's 101 ways to find out if your man is cheating. But then when you ask him how many ways to make him happy, I don't know. They're like, I don't know. And that's why you're alone. If you're alone right now and there's nobody there with you, you the problem. You're the problem. You can be on social media taking selfies all you want to, but I know inside that you're hurting. And in order for you to fix that hurt, you got to acknowledge that you are the problem. Once you acknowledge that, your life will change, ladies. I promise you that. So I'm going to leave it on that note. I hope you guys have a great night. Stay blessed and look out for the next show.